Yo, it's MartydudeVR, and today we're going to be talking about the best PSVR2 games. Yes! I've been waiting to do this video for a long time because I've always felt a little strongly about this. I've seen other people's lists, but I wanted the library to really build up before I made this list. So we're going to talk about the 5 best. Now, this is not in any order, right? This is just my general 5 best. I have 19 games on my PS5 that are PSVR2. So I do not have all of them, obviously, because that's a lot of fucking money. Okay? And so we're gonna talk about the 5 best on my list, in my library right now for the PSVR2. And we'll go ahead and get into it, man. Let's do it. All right, guys, first game on our list is No Man's Sky VR mode. Now, this honestly is my favorite. This is my baby, I'm not gonna lie. It's my favorite game on my PSVR. I've always went back to it. Even before the big update where they fixed all the blurriness and stuff, I do feel like this is one of the best games on the PSVR 2 and the best way to play No Man's Sky in VR. Now, obviously No Man's Sky is a flat game that got converted to VR with VR mode, but this game lags behind none of the titles I'm about to list. No Man's Sky is essentially a space exploration game where you can gather resources, explore distant stars, planets, and anything you really want to do. And then with the echoes up there they just added recently, you can fight space pirates, have wars in space. There's no limit to the things you really can do in this game. And it's honestly just a huge time sink. Like, you can build a base, start a settlement, and do whatever you want to do. You don't have to do any, or you don't have to do any of that. You can just be a space pirate if you really wanted to. And so there's no limit to this game, and I love it. It is one of my favorite PSVR2 games just because of that. And so with the recent update, they updated the graphics and stuff like that. And so now it looks seamless, runs a lot better with the full V8 rendering, and is a must buy if you have a PSVR2. I'm not gonna lie. If you aren't in space games, you obviously won't like this one, but if you have any type of like for Star Wars or anything like that, 10 out of 10, recommend. You won't be disappointed. The next game on our list is Red Matter 2. This is one of the most graphically impressive VR games I've seen outside of a Half-Life Alyx. And it is a must try if you have a PSVR2 headset. In this puzzle adventure game, you play an agent named Sasha, and you must discover the secrets of the mysterious red matter. So this is a really cool game, and they give you a lot of useful tools to use to figure out some of these admittedly difficult puzzles. The atmosphere that this game provides is almost second to none, and is a definite must-buy for the PSVR 2. I would highly recommend to people who like puzzle games, and highly recommend to people who like good graphics in space. Our third game is Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 1 and 2. Now, these are 2 separate games, but I'm gonna include them as one on this list because they do flow into each other really well. In this game, you play as a tourist who's trying to survive in New Orleans during the zombie apocalypse. I love this game because 1, of the atmosphere, 2, the different ways you can kill zombies is pretty crazy. And 3, because of the story. The story was actually really good. There was a lot of cool characters and a really good set pieces for environments. This game really provides a telltale feel with a lot of decision making and a cool horde system for the zombies based on time and sound. So it's really cool the various ways you can kind of manipulate the hordes to do what you want. And there also are a lot of human encounters you can have while playing this game. So a lot of times you are gonna be shooting at actual other people, which is pretty tense sometimes, and the gunplay feels really good in this game. And 2, the fact you have to really swing melee weapons to really stab a zombie is really well thought out and adds another layer of difficulty to the game. Check this one out. 4th game on our list is one of the most interesting driver sims I've ever played, and it is Gran Turismo 7. So, quick story, I actually didn't like this game when it first came out on the PS5 about a year or 2 ago. I thought it was bad, but this game is totally better in VR, and I cannot go back to the flat version of playing this game. This is a driving simulator that offers a ton of different vehicles and a ton of different customization options for those said vehicles. There's also a lot of different maps you can race on, and you can play with friends. It's one of the easiest driving sims to get into without having to go through a bunch of hassle setting up like a Assetto Corsa or like any other ones. It's just easy to get into, easy to set up, and a lot of fun. And it's very detailed. It's one of the games that really uses the PS5 to power the PSVR 2 to show the real fidelity of the graphics of the PSVR 2. I really love how it looks, especially when you're looking around in the car. And you can use the mirrors and stuff to drive, and it's a really fun experience for people who've never tried it. So if you're new to PSVR 2, I definitely recommend this game. Might make you a little motion sick, but test it out a little bit, go slow to see if you can handle it. 10 out of 10, I do recommend. And I don't even like racing games like that. I'm not even a big racer. I do try them out. And I bought a wheel, not because of this game, but I use my wheel a lot more now because of Gran Turismo 7. So definitely check this out because you will be going back to this one, probably the most out of all the games on the list. Not gonna lie. All right, guys, before we get to number 1 on our list, we need to talk about some honorable mentions. This list was very hard to make. I'm not gonna lie, it took me a little while to really think about the game. So we're gonna talk about 2 honorable mentions. And first up is Resident Evil 8 Village. Now, this is one of the best flat to VR ports I've seen for a game. This game looks amazing, feels amazing, and is definitely one of the best games on the PSVR 2, but personally, I didn't play through all of it because I already played RE8. I just tried a little bit, but it's definitely up there in terms of the footage I've seen of people playing it, and it looks really good. So definitely try this out if you enjoy RE8. Like I said, I played a little bit of it. I didn't finish it though. I'm only doing games I finished. So didn't finish this one, but this is definitely up there. Very immersive. And with the OLED display of the PSVR 2, this game, the darks in this game look really dark. Like the flashlight, you really need a flashlight for this game. And the pressure that the enemies apply to you when they're attacking you is hard to get right in the VR game, but Capcom definitely knocked this port out of the park, and I would love to see them do this with RE4, RE7 for the PSVR 2. We need that, Capcom. The next game on our list is gonna be amazing for you if you love retro gaming, and I mean like really retro, like Atari level retro gaming. And so this game is Pixel Rep 1978. And so in this game, you play a game developer named Dot and a hero named Dot in a game world who has to stop the evil Cyberman Lord. And I love this game because it's a fresh idea. I love fresh ideas for VR games, and this game hits it perfectly. I highly recommend this if you have extra money. It's a good price, only like 20 bucks. Oh my God, you gotta get it on the sale, or even just get it. In terms of actual gameplay, I've never played a game like this. It offers a crazy retro experience while mixing it with that VR feel. So there's really cool mini games and levels you have to go to, really cool shooting, and just a lot of heart and really good game design and cool animations and art styles to go with this, and a pretty good story. The story is actually kind of sad in a way. You know, it's kind of sad in a way, but it's a really good ending. Like, there's a few VR games I've played through fully, and I'm actually satisfied with the ending, but this is one of them. It just, you could tell the team really put their hearts into this game and this series, and it showed with Pixel Rip 1978. So if you have PSVR 2, pick this up. You will not be disappointed. You can see the gameplay on the screen. It's fire. The last game on our list is Pavlov. Now, this is one of my favorite VR shooters because it allows you to do everything. It has modded maps, a bunch of game modes, even old school 1942 World War II era maps and guns you can use. There's a plethora of everything to do in this game. And there's also just a bunch of community on this. Pavlov has gave me some of my funniest VR moments, not gonna lie. Pavlov is very reminiscent of CSGO and has a lot of similarities to that game, but definitely offers a new experience for PSVR 2 users who never really played kind of more of a realistic shooter. In Pavlov, you have to reload with your hands, you have to do a lot of things you have to do in a more arcadey game, but this is a fire experience for people who want to get into a more realistic sim shooter on the PSVR 2. Personally, I think it's the best shooter on PSVR 2. People might debate that, but Pavlov has withstood the test of time and offered a great experience to his players. And you could drive a tank in the game. Like, come on, man. This game is one of the best games. It's literally one of the best games in PSVR 2, and even on PC VR. And debatably Quest in terms of shooter. Now, we don't have contractors on the PSVR 2, so I can't compare it to that. But Pavlov is a one-of-a-kind experience in what it offers. And try out the custom zombies on here and let me know how you feel. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and then let me know how you like the list. Was it good? Yeah or nay? Do you feel differently? Let me know in the comments below. And make sure, if you look for prescription VR lenses, make sure you go to vrrock.com, use code MartydudeVR, and you get 10% off on any VR headsets, prescription lenses. So check me out on there. I need some sales, guys, not gonna lie. But It's been MartydudeVR, and remember, I'm just a dude with a VR headset. Peace.